Hello Bad Publicity fans, this is Mark from My Size Hedge Fund, and we are playing the deck list of the week, which this week is Gramble Scrub, the infamous Maxx deck with Account Siphon, Data Leak Reversal, and tools to keep it on the board like Fall Guy and Wireless Net Pavilion. The deck list author, Simon Moon, ran it to good success, and also Dan Darginio, the two of them representing it well. So in the right hands, it is an incredible deck. Are my hands the right ones? Probably not, but we'll see how we can get on. Hopefully show you what it's supposed to do and show you possibly its weaknesses, because people are more prepared for it now than they possibly were at Gen Con. I mean, yes, people knew it was a thing. It's been around since Worlds 2015, but people didn't have the chance to change things overall with Gen Con approaching. However, at UK Nationals, people came prepared to play against this deck. You had the 2 ice on HQ, you had Crisium Grids, Caprice Nisei, all these kind of things. So people were ready, and I'm curious to see how the online world reacts to it now as well. Alrighty, we find ourselves up against Replicating Perfection. It's been a while since I've seen a few of them about. We can get ourselves set up pretty well. Joshua B. Wireless Net Pavilion is always good to have. Daily Cast to get a little bit of money. We could certainly do worse, and I've had worse to try and draw into some bits and pieces as well. So with this type of deck, I just went with the good luck instead of good luck and have fun, because this deck does not want you to have fun. It wants to crush you and grind you into submission. Well, they're icing HQ at least. But there's the DDoS. Data leak goes into the bin. So I think we just try and get ourselves set up. And if we can get a siphon, we'll be happy out. Replicating Perfection tends to be quite slow, so this could be a bad matchup for it. But good ice. So we do need to land that DDoS into the siphon and get that going. Sooner rather than later, hopefully, because they're starting to get their money bits and pieces up and running. So hopefully we can find Scrubber. We won't take the extra click just yet, unfortunately losing our sure gambles, and the same old thing. So I've had worse into a Fall Guy and another cast. So we're slowly getting there. Slowly but surely. Okay. So we need to deal with that. Thankfully they've hit one of our I've had worse. This is less good. So we're going to have to make a run. Then we're going to have to take out the bioethics as well. And we still won't take the extra click. So we lose Eater. We lose 2 Eaters. Right. Means we can't really inject right now. I'm okay. Could just put down DDoS as a threat, because it would be good to have it. Let's draw in the hopes of finding Eater. Nope. Another inject. And we'll bin Josh. So, they get the Jackson. They unfortunately hit an inject. But it seems dodgy to use it right now when we're looking for an Eater, 2 of which we've lost. We need to get our siphon very soon. Thankfully, that's still a surprise. And we have the DDoS, so we're almost in a position where we can land that at least. And another DDoS. spinning. Deja vu, paparazzi. Paparazzi is not so bad. Deja vu would be nice though. So let's. I've had worse to find Eater. Still can't find Eater. I think we have to deja vu first. Another Fall Guy's good. They can't protect everything, so let's get the DDoS down. And kind of hoping not to lose the deja vu. We lose the other DDoS. That's okay. So this seems like a bit of a counter strategy. You're giving them the extra hand size, but you are slowly chipping away at them. And they're up to 10 credits. This is far more than we wanted them to have. Sure enough, ice goes on HQ. And some more fun toys get put out. Sure Gamble goes again, along with a counter siphon. So at the moment we can't catch a break. It's power draw. Scrubber's pretty good. Inject's not that useful. I don't want to use inject until we have an eater. Oh, and I forgot about the whole hand size thing. ELP. Alright. Well, in truth, we only need to make a handful of runs. Lose the levy. So we're down a same old thing. We have our 2 deja vus in hand. Try and draw eater. Paparazzi. Retrieval run could help, but this could hurt us. Actually, retrieval run with DDoS into trashing this, I suppose. So we'll get ourselves an eater, and we'll take out the bioethics because it's kind of annoying me. And we get to use our scrubbers at long last. So not the greatest use of the DDoS. You'd prefer to be using it on Siphon, things like that. But needs must in this instance. So the plan is get our siphons going. It's likely to be a hostile, maybe. Interesting. Okay. Do we go? We could deja vu siphon. Deja vu siphon. I think it's time. Yeah, even better. Alright, let's try this then. megacorps is fine. Gonna raise a caprice over there. Come on, new. That's annoying. But at least we get all the money back. So we'll get the DLR down. Let's run some of these bits and pieces. Nice one. And let's, do we clear it server 7? Or go for server 8? Let's go 7. Nice one. Okay, wow, they went really daring. And now we can start the 5-click mill them into the ground. We do just need to remember about needing to levy and keeping a same old thing or a deja vu. So we could run archives, run Jackson, run mill 3, or we could just mill 5. And yeah, they don't really have a good way back from that. The two agendas definitely hurt, and unless they can find their other Jacksons or try to erase us, which is the other option. Brain trust, yep, that's fair enough. But again, we're just going to go for mill 5. And they're really on the clock then. 3 more turns. Pretty much does them in. So they've built up 4 credits. Should probably go attack one of these, or both, very, very soon. Then again, we also have Deja Vu, Count Siphon. We have no need to run, so ELP, I'm not going to do a whole lot for you. Yeah, we're under no pressure to run, and that's what this deck does. They'll be up to 5 credits next turn, but with 9 cards in R&D, yeah, RP, a little bit just too slow. They can Jackson back. Maybe this is Jackson as well. If they don't go for a score here, I think we Deja Vu Siphon and seal the game that way. Yeah. Icing up archives, but again, we have no need to run it. And down to 8 cards. Things aren't looking great. So let's Deja Vu Siphon brings us down to 5 cards. Yes, this deck is brutal. They might be able to duck it here, if they have like turtlebacks, things like that. Or a hostile. Hostile would be pretty good. Bioethics instead. How many have I broken? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. And we'll take the last of their money and go for the mill. So if you haven't seen this deck, it is quite a shock to the system. But if you're ready for it, if you're prepared, if you set yourself up well, you can cause it to run out of steam. And unfortunately in this case, it's too little too late. They're going to have to use their Jackson for their next turn to get things started. Shuffle back a Jackson and any other cards they want. We could of course run here for what's likely to be the win as well. Part of me is tempted to just same old thing levy immediately, just so there's no chance that we die pretty quickly. I mean, Inject's no good to us, Paparazzi's no good. Corroda's unnecessary, Deja Vu is for Siphon, but at this stage, we don't really need to siphon them again. Unless they have some amazing tricks up their sleeves. So yeah, let's save on levy. And mill. They're getting to a point financially where they could try and trash stuff. But it still doesn't seem like the great plan to go for it. So we'll mill twice more. And draw up. Maybe put down another fall guy. Resonance undue. But yeah, they're in a bind. Okay, so pop that, pop that. Let's draw up towards our maximum hand size, just in case they have a few bits and pieces here. And yeah, there's no need to get rid of anything. We don't really need the credit either. So Jackson saves today. And it pretty much has to be you put back Jackson, 2 other cards. It is just delaying the inevitable though. Obviously the zoom was a bit funny, so we have a siphon in hand apparently. But yeah, this is exactly what the deck is supposed to do. If you're playing against it, it seems to be a case of you either trash everything or you try and race them as fast as possible. And unfortunately, the trashing everything approach is significantly harder. I've tried out a plan even, which is supposed to be a hard matchup for it, and it's just brutal, really difficult. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Give this deck a whirl if you want people to hate you, and thank you for watching.